Contrary to popular belief, you don't need to be sending truckloads or pallets into Amazon FBA to make money. In fact, sometimes it even makes more sense to be sending small parcel delivery shipments in to make the most out of your business. Hi guys, I'm Joe. I'm the owner of Strictly Commerce and I've been selling on Amazon FBA for over 5 years now, and we generate over $1 million a year every single year with Amazon FBA. So a lot of you guys might be wondering, what is an SPD shipment?
I don't know what the
SPD stands for small parcel delivery, and all that means is it's just boxes being sent in via UPS or another carrier if you weren't using partnered carriers into Amazon FBA. If you don't know what FBA is, that's fulfillment by Amazon. And what we're talking about here is sending your product from either yourself or your prep center into the Amazon FBA fulfillment by Amazon warehouses, where after they're stored there and an item is sold, it's then shipped to the customer automatically by Amazon for a small fee. So some of the reasons that you might want to use SPD are: one, if you're just starting out, you're not going to be having enough units to send pallets, or you might not have the infrastructure, aka a pallet jack or pallets or a warehouse or trucking capabilities to actually send into Amazon via these other methods. As well as, a lot of times it makes more sense to send in an SPD shipment because it's actually a lot faster than an LTL shipment will get into Amazon. You're talking 2 to 3 weeks to get an Amazon LTL shipment sent into Amazon, compared to an SPD shipment takes just a few days. And if you're on the cusp of having the ability to send pallet shipments in versus SPD, it's going to make sense a lot of times to send in SPD so you can turn your inventory over faster. Every day that your inventory is sitting there and not selling, it's dead money that could be making you more money if you had it in Amazon already. So if you want to know how to send in an SPD shipment, it's actually really simple. You can utilize Amazon Seller Central to send an SPD shipment into Amazon. You can utilize Inventory Labs to send in an SPD shipment, or you can utilize Easy Inventory Prep, which is another software that's capable of sending in SPD shipments as fast as possible, as well as getting them sent in and checked in faster. 2D barcodes is something that we use to send our shipments in faster, and they generally get received almost 50% faster than non-2D barcode shipments, but that's a little bit more of an advanced tactic. If you guys want to start by sending in shipments the cheapest way, I would recommend going to Seller Central, clicking Catalog, Add a Product, and then adding in all the information that they're asking you to and selecting FBA. Once you click the next step, you're going to be asked if you want to send to Amazon now, and you're going to click yes. Then you're going to let Amazon know, simple things. How many units are being sent, then they're going to print your barcodes. Then you're going to tell them how many units are in each box, how many boxes it is, what the dimensions of the boxes are, and then as well as how heavy the boxes are. It'll then print all of your barcodes for you. So a lot of you guys ask, where do I print my barcodes for Amazon FBA? They give you everything. You don't have to worry about this. It's generated by Amazon and all the softwares. It's the simplest thing in the business. In fact, it's the piece of the business that adds directly no value to what you're trying to do, because you can't actually sit there and sticker all day if you want to be growing the business with purchasing. But obviously, it's still very important because there's no way to get your inventory to FBA without actually prepping and sending it. So you need to figure out a system that works best for you. Utilizing Amazon Seller Central and the Send to Amazon workflow is definitely the most backwards and the longest it takes to send shipments in. Using third-party software will help you and save you a ton of time. It just means that you're going to have to spend more money to do so. So it's more for people that are more advanced and sending more inventory into Amazon at a given point. SPD is the fastest way to get your inventory in, unless you're doing full truckload, which is next day check-in times or sometimes same day. But a lot of you guys that are watching this video, you're probably not at the point of sending in full truckloads into Amazon FBA. In fact, we're barely at the point of sending in full truckloads to Amazon FBA because of the fact that we send to 3 different fulfillment centers in our area, so it makes it really hard to get there. As you can see, using SPD is the fastest, and although it's not the cheapest, it makes the most sense for the most people that could be watching this, which is why we're talking about it. SPD is what got us from 0 to over $1 million in revenue last year, and got us all the way up to, I think, 1.5 million in revenue before we sent an LTL shipment last year. It just makes more sense most of the time, and if you're not directly in a really close location to Amazon and sending enough volume, LTL and FTL make no sense for you. Keep that for the bigger sellers, but you're still going to be able to compete with them. You're just going to want to look for lighter items to save on shipping. If you need a price point to estimate for your shipping costs, estimate anywhere from 25 to 40 cents per pound to send into Amazon FBA. And you're going to want to overestimate with those numbers because it makes it easier to do your calculations and it'll come out less compared to calculating your numbers with, let's say, 10 cents per pound, and then, you actually are losing money after shipping because it does cost you more. That about wraps it up for how to send a shipment into Amazon FBA with SPD. If you guys want to learn more about sending shipments in, what works best for you, or anything about prep centers and how to utilize those, feel free to schedule a call with me, link down below, where we could talk about SPD, LTL, or FTL, and anything you need to know about Amazon. That's it for this video, and thank you guys for your business.